Hello, my name is Ivy, and we're here at the Dakak Beach Resort located in Dapitan City in northwestern Mindanao. And I'm going to give you a brief tour of the services and amenities in this beach resort. But first, let's go ahead and take a swim. So while I'm taking a swim in the Dakak Beach Resort, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this place. Dakak Beach Resort is very famous here in Mindanao. It is a premier luxury beach resort. One of the reasons why it's famous is because of their golf course. It's designed by a famous American golfer, and my cousin told me the name, but I forgot. I'm gonna ask her and then I'll put it in the comments down below. But this is a world-class golf slash beach resort because it's designed by a famous American golfer. Is there a golfer named Thomas something? I don't know, but I'll ask my cousin and I'll post the name down below in the comments. It's also famous because Dakak Beach Resort was featured in the Miss Philippines beauty pageant. No, it's famous because it was featured in the Miss Universe beauty pageant when they were here decades ago in the Philippines. I cannot give you the exact year, but it's the year when Charlene Gonzalez represented Miss Philippines in Miss Universe, and I believe Miss India won. I'm a huge fan of the Miss Universe beauty pageants, especially when I was younger. You know, I usually know who won that year. So that year they were here in the Philippines, Miss India. I think her name is Shushmita Sen. She won that year, and then that was the year when Miss Australia met met Filipino singer Augie Alcacid. See, I know so much trivia about beauty pageants, guys. So it's a drive from the entrance going into the beach resort. I will say one of the things they tell us upon entering is Dakak is what you call a perfect beach resort because of the shape of the beach. I believe they call it a cove, C-O-V-E. When you have a beach that is a shape like a cove, it is less likely to be damaged and affected by typhoons or harsh weather, windy weather. So that's why they say the waters in Dakak are always pristine and clear and clean because it's not going to be affected by typhoons. I think we're almost there, folks. Hello, it's a beautiful afternoon here in Dakak Beach Resort located in Dapitan City, Mindanao. It is the first premier luxury beach resort here in Mindanao, and I'm going to show you their facilities and their amenities. So I'm here on vacation in the Philippines, visiting family and friends, and on my mother's side I have family in Mindanao, and so they took me to different places here in Mindanao. Just to let you know, Dakak is 15-20 minutes away. It's a 15-20 minute drive from the Jose Rizal Museum Park. Just a little trivia. Dr. Jose Rizal is our national hero here in the Philippines. He wrote a novel, a revolutionary novel called Noli Me Tangere, which in English means Touch Me Not. And this novel was inspired when three Filipino priests, the name is Gomburza, but there are three Filipino priests and their name was shortened into Gomburza. When the Spaniards executed these three Filipino priests, Gomburza, Dr. Jose Rizal was inspired to write Noli Me Tangere. Now, this novel, Noli Me Tangere, is revolutionary because it was strongly implying independence from Spain. So what happened was the Spaniards didn't like it after it was initially published. I believe it was initially published either in Germany or Belgium. After it was initially published, the Spaniards didn't like it, so they banned it here in the Philippines. And then he was exiled here in Dapitan for 4 years. The place where he was exiled is now known as the Jose Rizal Dapitan Museum Park. And Dakak is just a 15-20 minute drive from that place. Dakak is truly a luxury resort. Let me show you around. They have pristine white beach sand. It's very clean. And then the backdrop is this magnificent mountains, right? There's a magnificent mountain. Right. So, and those are the cottages. So it's a very different landscape. Beaches and then mountains, and then on my left side also mountains. So it's truly an amazing beach resort, and our family is just spending a lazy afternoon here. We're gonna have dinner as well in their main restaurant, so come and join me and let's have fun together. And tell me what you think of this the first luxury beach resort here in Mindanao. Okay, so catch you later. It's sunset here in Dakak, and I just wanted I wanted to show you what it looks like. So I don't know if you guys can appreciate this. This is a sunset in Dakak. So you can see the sunset behind the mountains over there. So yeah. I hope you guys can appreciate the sunset. I'm gonna get dressed and we're gonna have dinner here in Dakak Luxury Beach Resort in Dapitan City, which is in northwestern Mindanao. So again, this is the sunset view here in Dakak Beach Resort. The restaurant is just right by the beach, so it's very convenient. Up there at that side of the cove are also premier luxury villas, so you can rent that. I don't know how much it is, but it looks expensive. Dakak is kind of expensive. That's why you don't see a lot of people here. I hope every Filipino gets to experience this, but I do understand that it gets pricey. They do want to maintain the premier luxury, status. So I get that. The beaches are very clean, so I like that part too. So we're gonna get dressed and start ordering for an early dinner. So we're here in Dakak for dinner with my family and cousins, and I'm here in their restaurant. They have multiple restaurants here in Dakak, and I'm here in the Bamboo Asian restaurant. Okay, this is the Bamboo Asian restaurant, and I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour. One of the things I really like about this restaurant is the lighting. Everyone's different when they pick restaurants, but I really like a restaurant that's well lighted, and I love their use. So I love this kind of interior decoration. They use rattan. I'm sure these are locally sourced rattan ornaments. So I love the lighting and the fixtures that they use. Okay, so It is a very well lighted restaurant, which really helps a lot. And I love this. Do you see this? This is great. It's a great lighting fixture, very artistic. And it seems like their restaurant, the Bamboo Asian restaurant, is divided into different sections. Before we get to the different sections, do you see the furniture? Again, it's very artistic. I love the simplicity. The furniture is very simple but minimalist, simple and minimalist. So I love that kind of detail. This is their orchid function room. Okay, again, look at the lighting and the interior design. Very modern, minimalist interior design, and I'm just gonna show you some of their interior designs. I love the woodwork. See, I love their woodwork. I'll give you a better look of their woodwork. So I like the woodwork. It reminds me of, Filipino farmers. They wear a hat made of, not wood but straw hat. It reminds me of that one. And there's a separate room. Again, this is called the Jose Rizal function room. And you see abstract paintings of our national hero Jose Rizal. And I also like the green emerald brocade for their booth dining. So overall, this is my first time here. So we're gonna start with their interior decoration. I love it. I'd say it's a 10 over 10. Very locally sourced Filipino interior decorations with a minimalist yet elegant feel. So we just ordered some food, and I'll give you a review of their food as well. So give me a second. So for dinner, we had Vietnamese spring roll, Thai coconut soup, Caesar salad, which I know doesn't blend well, but I wanted a Caesar salad. And I think my dad wanted to try their Korean fried chicken. I'm here in Dakak Beach Resort, and in addition to the snorkeling tips I gave you guys a while back, I'm gonna give you snorkeling tips when you're here visiting in Dakak Beach Resort. So one of the things I notice here is that the fishes are a little bit different. When you're constantly moving and swimming, they disappear. But if you just stand still and just be patient, they're gonna show up. So the fishes here are a little bit different from the fishes in Moa Boal when I was snorkeling over there. From the fish is Oslob. Well, the fish in Oslob is a whale shark. And it's different from the fishes in Sumilon Island. So just to let you know, if you love snorkeling and you're here in Dakak Beach Club in Dapitan City, Mindanao, the trick to viewing fishes is don't move and they will come to you. It was a little cute. So I was just standing in the water, and one of the fishes was a black and white striped fish. He kind of sat down on my left foot, and I was like, I don't want to move. I don't want to scare the fish away. So that's my snorkeling tip. If you're ever here in Dakak Beach Resort in Dapitan. And so the other thing is, I don't know if I discuss snorkeling tips for Sumilon Island in Cebu. My snorkeling tip for Sumilon Island is Cebu is you cannot stand up on the coral reef. The water is actually very shallow, but it is against the law, not against the law, but it is highly discouraged that you stand up because you're going to step on the coral reefs. The coral reefs in Sumilon Island are very colorful and diverse, and you even see the home of Nemo, which is an anemone. So just don't stand up. Just float. If you're tired, float backwards. And when you're ready, just flip yourself over and you float horizontally. And the snorkeling guide will tell you just to float like you're Superman. So you float like that, and the snorkeling guide will help you. Actually, it's best to go with the snorkeling guide if you're new to snorkeling. So that is my snorkeling tip for Samilan. So there you have it, folks. Those are my snorkeling tips here in the Philippines. So if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and post down below. Other than that, thank you for watching.
Hi, I'd like to introduce to you a dessert that you can only find in Dakak, which is called Kulolo. It's a cake that has coconut as the main ingredient.
Tissue napkin, please.
I'm gonna open it.
Like Kulolo. Alam na ko. Sige, huwag ka na ngayon makuha na additional. Ganun ko sa ilang ko ano.
So it's gonna be my first time trying this. We're just waiting for
Fresh. Ano ang kayo?
we're waiting for platito. What is platito?
Small plate.
Saucer.
More plate.
My audience is supposed to respond. So we're waiting for our platito, which in Filipino means small plate.
In Filipino or in English?
Platito?
Di ba?
Oh,
Platito is
in English. Oh, okay. So when translate, okay. Take two.
English that.
Platito translated to English is small plate. Okay.
It's a saucer.
It's a saucer.
Alam mo, akong di-imagine kay that one and top it with vanilla ice cream.
With toppings.
Di ba? Kung akong Star Wars, like alam mo, bitaw na with the vanilla ice cream.
Okay. I'm gonna do a food review.
Yeah, that's what she told us. So I just decided one day that I would turn off.
What's the taste like?
Kaya ang sabi
I taste the coconut.
alam mo yung you're so sick.
It has a very Filipino taste. It reminds me of something else.
Macaroon?
Yes.
Macaroon.
Yeah.
That's the local version then.
This is the local version of. It's kind of like.
Dili na ka?
Okay. So my dad wants to try it. I'll get you a piece. So I'll get Mama a piece.
Yeah, it's macaroon.
It is a combination of macaroons and banana bread. The consistency, it's kind of like a combination of macaroons and banana bread. So I like it. It's a very local, it has a very local feel. Very local consistency. I like that it's not, there is sweetness to it, yeah. There is sweetness to it, but not sweet that it hurts the throat. So yes,
Banana cake.
Kulolo is only available here in
Banana
Dakak.
bread.
The toppings taste like bukayo.
So that's it for today's episode. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit the likes and subscribe button.